as a homeowner, we want to make sure that our returns are free of obstruction. We want to make sure that the return is able to pull an adequate amount of airflow throughout the system. Two things can kill a unit: poor airflow and a dirty filter. So with that being in the way, we're covering about 80% of the actual air surface that's able to move through this vent. So if you notice that this vent here has been obstructed, but it's also extremely clean. What that kind of tells me, and this filter has been in here for almost a year. So what that tells me is that the system is not getting an adequate amount of airflow throughout the system in order to be able to filter it properly. So we're actually starving the system, and that's something that we don't want to do. If you notice here, we have two different types of filters. We have one that is a pleated filter, and then one that is just a base poly filter. Both of these will filter your system, but we highly recommend using a pleated filter that also gives you more surface space. So if you notice here how these V's are, so if you'll take this filter here and you stretch it out, it will be double the length of this poly, which means that we're able to actually use this filter to be able to absorb and to capture more particulates, smaller particulates. One thing that we like to tell our homeowners is that if you have a poly filter like this, if you're able to put a substance on it like a grain of salt, of sugar of something, and you shake it and it comes out the backside, you need to throw this in the trash. Because imagine what dust is doing. Dust is just being sucked through this filter and then back into the system, and you're just breathing it again. So once again, we highly recommend using the pleated filters for your home.